Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to solve the 6th question from CIE IGCSE 058043 extended paper from May-June 2024. Now this question is from trigonometry topic and it has 4 sub-questions. So let us start with the first one. The diagram shows a ladder GH on a horizontal ground leaning against a wall HF. The length of GF is given as 1.5 meters and length of HF is 4 meters. Calculate the length of the ladder GH. Now we can clearly see that this is a right-angled triangle and GH represents the hypotenuse. So we are going to make use of the Pythagoras theorem to find out the length of GH. So here we have written, using the Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse square, that is GH square, is equal to the sum of the square of the rest two sides, that is GF square plus HF square. Now taking the square from GH on the other side of equal to sign, we get GH is equal to, square becomes square root, and substituting the values of GF and HF, we get 1.5 square plus 4 square. So let us see what value this gives us. So this will give us the value as square root of 73 over 2, or as decimals we get 4.272. So I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places. So I'm going to write it as 4.27. So here we have written length of GH is 4.27 meters. Now moving on to the B question. Now this question is from the bearings topic. W is 120 meters north of V and 50 meters east of V. Calculate the bearing of V from W. Now here W is placed in such a way that it is at the north of V, that is it is placed at the top of V, and its direction is a little tilted, that is towards the east. So we can see there is an inclination between the points V and W. Now we have to find out the bearing of V from W. So for this we are going to draw a north line at point W. So this is our north line. Now if we stand at point W, we have to find out what angle we need to rotate in a clockwise direction till we reach the line that touches V. So we have to go all the way along from the north point of W till we reach V. So this is the angle we need to find out. Now we know that the north line is a straight line. So this angle is going to be 180 degree. So let me write here 180. Now we have to find out only a small portion of this angle. That is, this is unknown to us. And since VW, and let me take this point as O, is a right angled triangle, we can find out this missing angle by using one of the trigonometric ratios. Now if we have to find out this angle, the side opposite to this angle is VO. So this becomes the opposite side, and the side opposite to the 90 degree will be always the hypotenuse. So VW becomes hypotenuse, and this remaining side becomes the adjacent side. Now in this right angle triangle, we have been given the opposite side as 50 and adjacent side as 120. So here we do not need the hypotenuse. And the trigonometric ratio which makes use of the opposite side and the adjacent side is the tan trigonometric ratio. So here I am going to write, I have considered this missing angle as theta. So tan of theta is equal to opposite side over adjacent side. In a triangle, the opposite side is VO and adjacent side is WO. Now substituting the respective values, that is VO is 50 and WO is 120. Now we are going to take tan on the other side of equal to sign. So we get theta equal to tan inverse of 50 over 120. Now let us see what is the value of theta we get over here. So here this gives us 22.619. So I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places. So I'm going to take it as 22.62. So our theta value, that is the small angle, is equal to 22.62. Now since we need to find out the bearing of V from point W, we have to add this 180 degree that we got from the straight line with the small angle theta. So here we have written 180 plus 22.62. This will give us 202.62 degree. So the bearing of V from W is 202.62. Now let us move on to the C sub question. In the quadrilateral ABCD, AD is equal to DC is equal to 5 cm and AB is equal to BC. Angle ABD is 25 degree and angle BAD is 15 degrees. Calculate the perimeter of the quadrilateral ABCD. So let me mark up all the details on the diagram given in the question over here. Now here the length of AD is equal to DC is given as 5 cm and the angle ABD is 25 degrees and angle BAD is 15 degrees. Now here we need to find out the perimeter of this quadrilateral, which means we need to add the sides AB, BC, CD and AD to get the perimeter. Now if you look at this figure, the length of the side AB and BC is missing. So to find out this length, let us first consider the triangle ABD. Now in this triangle, we have the angle B, we have the angle A. Let us try to find out the value of angle D by using angle sum property of a triangle. So here we have written in triangle ABD, angle A plus angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Now we have to find out the value of angle D. So we have sent angle A and angle B on the other side of equal to sign. So we get 180 minus angle A minus angle B. Now we have the values of angle A and angle B. That is angle A is 15 and angle B is 25. So 180 minus 15 minus 25 gives us angle D as 140. So let me mark up over here. I have drawn this triangle ABD separately for easy reference. So all the three angles are marked and the length of AD is also marked. Now here we are trying to find out the length of AB. Because if we find out AB, we can also find out the length of BC. So to find out the length of AB, we are going to make use of the sine rule over here. So the angle opposite to the side AB is angle D and the angle opposite to the side AD is angle B. So here we write, using the sine rule, side AB over the sine of its opposite angle, that is sine of angle D, is equal to AD over the angle opposite to it is sine of angle B. Now here since we need to find out AB, we are going to take sine of angle D on the other side of equal to sine and at the same time substituting their respective values, we get the value of AD as 5 over sine of angle B. So angle B is 25 degree. So we have written here sine 25 times, now sine of angle D, that is sine of angle 140, will go and multiply with this fraction. Now this will give us the value as 7.605 centimeter. Now once we have got the value of AB, it is also going to be equal to the value of BC. Now we have found out the length of all the sides of this quadrilateral. So here we are going to write the perimeter as perimeter is equal to the side length AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. AB and BC values are same. So we have written here 7.605 plus 7.605 plus the length of CD is 5 and length of DA is 5. So when we add all these numbers together, we get the perimeter as 25.21 centimeter. So this is its value. Now moving on to the D sub question. PQRS is a quadrilateral. Calculate angle PQR. So this is the angle we need to find out for this quadrilateral. So to find this angle, let us first consider the triangle PSR. And once we have considered this triangle, let us try to find out the length of PR as it is a common side between the triangles PSR and PQR. Now to find out the length of PR, we are going to make use of the cosine rule because the length of two sides are given, that is PS and SR, and the inclusive angle between these two given sides is 110. We need to find out the side opposite to this angle. So the best method would be to use the cosine rule. So here we have, using the cosine rule for triangle PSR, since we are trying to find out the length of PR, we have written the formula as PR square is equal to sum of the square of the rest two sides, that is PS square plus SR square, minus 2 times PS times SR times cos of the angle opposite to this side, that is cos of angle S. Now in the next step, we have sent the square on the other side of equal to sign. So the square becomes square root. And here at the same time, we have substituted the values of the sides and the angle. So PS is 11, so it becomes 11 square, plus SR is 8, so it becomes 8 square, minus 2 times 11 times 8 times cos of angle S, and angle S is given as 110. Now let us see what value this gives us. So this will give us the value as 15.6587. Now since this is an intermediate step, I'm going to round it to 3 decimal places. So I'm going to write it as 15.659. So that would be the length of PR. Now once we have got the length of PR, let us focus on the triangle PQR. I have redrawn this triangle PQR over here for easy reference. Now since we need to find out what is the value of angle Q, that is PQR, I'm going to again make use of the cosine rule for the triangle PQR. Because we have all the three sides given over here, so we can find out the missing angle which is opposite to 15.659. So the formula remains the same, except that I'm going to change the sides over here. So here, using the cosine rule for the triangle PQR, since we are finding the angle Q, we are going to write PR square on the other side of the equal to sign, which is opposite to the angle Q. So PR square is equal to the sum of square of the rest two sides, that is PQ square plus QR square, minus 2 times PQ times QR times cos of angle Q, which we need to find out. Now substituting their respective values, we had got the value of PR as 15.659. So we have written it over here. Squared is equal to 10 square plus 14 square minus 2 times 10 times 14 times cos of angle Q. Now, since we have to find out the angle Q, I have taken this entire term on the other side of the equal to sign, and in place of this, 15.659 square has been exchanged. So you can see here, negative 2 times 10 times 14 times cos of angle A has become positive, equal to 10 square plus 14 square minus 15.659 square. Now I'm going to take 2 times 10 times 14 on the other side of equal to sign, so that it divides the right hand side, and then I'm going to transfer the cos on the other side of equal to sign, so that you get angle Q is equal to cos inverse of 10 square plus 14 square minus 15.659 square over 2 times 10 times 14. Now let us see what is the value we get here. So this will give us the value of angle Q as 79.5479. So I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places and write it as 79.55. So here we have written the angle PQR is going to be 79.55. So using the cosine rule, we have solved this example. I hope you have understood all the steps and liked this video. And if you found this video useful, then check out these playlists where you will find more examples of this kind. And if you're liking my videos, like, share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.